Hello, welcome to another reading, and we're just gonna get straight into it. So, what can what message can I bring forward for this collective here? So, what is the current energy? What is the current energy in the collective? I haven't been here for a little while, been dealing with some emotional ups and downs, and I feel like that's pretty much what I've been noticing in the collective. And so the current energy, wow, okay, as I'm talking about that, is a 10 of Swords. So this talks about being beaten down by life, by your mental life, because of course a lot of struggles are coming from like ideas, mental ideas, things like that. Well, ideas are mental, I guess. But like some succumbing to failure, I'm hearing, or struggle that is not karmic nor necessary, which is a Rumi quote. That's out of the Rumi Oracle guidebook, but that kind of makes me feel like that's kind of like the struggle of the mind, and it's all in the back. So it's like, you know, it's something that was blindsiding. It's almost like something that they didn't see coming, or like something you didn't see coming, or like all this stuff that just kind of stacked up. And I low-key was getting that for the divine masculine, because I'm currently channeling like the divine feminine and divine masculine, like in those Akashic records right now, are the records that I've entered. And yeah, in the divine masculine reading, I was just getting this, like, because I wrote it down, yeah, heavy energy. It was like very tired, like almost was like tearing up, like feeling like wanting to cry, and this feeling of breakdown and burnout. So from pushing into pushing, like that bringing a certain type of like collapse, or despair, and like a questioning of like purpose. And like I was also giving this like warrior kind of like energy, of like yeah, of just like having been broken down into like, yeah, yeah, I don't know, because I was also seeing someone like standing atop of a mountain as well, and like looking out, and like, yeah, standing like strong and just like taking a breath and being like, whoa, like this is like where I am, this is like how far I've come, like look at the view, and like just like stop and like take it all in, was like some of the guidance that was like coming through. So yeah, you might be feeling like all of these things from the past are like coming up and re-emerging, and like kind of like stopping you in your tracks. And like I think the message is to like look at that and like kind of ponder and like wander into it, and like be curious and relax into it about like, yeah, like what is this actually telling me? Like what message is this like bringing me about? Yeah, because it's like gray outside, it's like gray storm clouds, and yeah, yeah, so it could just be like this somber moment to kind of like, you know, when it's raining outside for a rainy day, it's kind of like allow allow this like wetness of the heart to kind of like create this like opening and this like space where things kind of can radiate out. Like you're creating like your own little world in your heart, right? And that is what creates this vision. It's like connected to the vision of you standing atop the mountain and looking out. Like that is like where it all emanates from, the heart. And then, yeah, that brings like a true kind of like seeing, like when your eyes have been cleaned by these tears. It's like that's where the real vision and the real seeing like comes, because it's like your tears clean your eyes, but they also like open and clear the way for your heart to unify with your mind and your vision and your purpose. So, and then that brings like a strength. But yeah, honestly, this was like really hitting me hard last week too, and I would say like not to feel any shame about it, because that's not really, it's just a punishing emotion, as well as guilt being a very punishing emotion, and like not necessarily having much purpose, and to be very patient with anything that comes up, any remnants from the past, and allow yourself the time, energy, and attention and space to either call on angels or call your team, your spirit, your guides to come and clear and collect these baggages, like your baggage collection team who are like transporting them into the river Styx, or the river, which is the river that goes into the underworld, which is like full of like lost items or like lost souls, or like it's like the in-between world. And it sort of feels like you can like let go of like your worries and your troubles and allow those things to be returned to the places where they belong, which like it's like the underworld, or like because like I've also been listening to this black dragon channeling, Gor Kor Eth, and Gor Kor Eth, if you are here now, and if the viewer, which I feel them here as I've called them in the name of truth and love, if you're able to, and if you're allowed to, if the viewer gives permission, then I would ask that you please do clear all these sorrows and all these griefs from the subconscious, unconscious of the viewer. And I would say that that is probably the main way to relieve yourself of these things, because we can only do so much consciously, and only 5% actually, really. And that there has been a lot coming up in the collective because of it's eclipse season, and I don't know why actually, but all I know is that there has been a lot of like stuff coming up to be cleared, and like that there is a lot of, I've heard there's a lot of despair in the collective unconsciousness. And I mean, the more that you can tap into that in yourself, the more that you can clear that and like observe it in yourself and like remain curious about that, the more that you can kind of release it a little bit, and like bring acceptance and awareness and space to this. And despair is kind of connected to that feeling of like laying down and like feeling like there's really nothing that you can affect. And I mean, your inner world, that is definitely something that you can affect. But I guess that is exactly what despair is. It's like just this black cloud, this feeling of like you've exhausted all your options, and so you're having to like open to a new way. And then I channeled the Divine Feminine collective consciousness, and that sort of felt a lot more light and airy. It almost felt quite ungrounded when I opened these records. And in that records, it felt much more native to me. and it was urging you to, and triple zeros here on the recording timer was sort of telling me that there's a new beginning and a blank fresh sheet, and allowing this blankness in your patterns to come about through this, whether it's like a forced stop or like a moment where you literally can't even move out of bed, or you know, something like that. The only thing that can really move you being that river, that feminine creativity that really like moves you towards what brings you more, either, yeah, well, I was gonna say more levity, more joy, more creativity, more peace, and allowing that river to wash you. Though there is also the other way of going deeper into and not ignoring the patterns of old that are arising and considering those. And yeah, maybe, because what did I write here? I wrote, let your creativity flow out of you in this relaxed, drifting, floating stream like water. Pink river bank, lazy river, luxury, self-care can all be creative, all nourishing to the feelings. Listen to what calls to you in the moment and follow that. So yeah, that's like the essence of the divine feminine energy, right? It's like, yeah, going along with and following what is appearing in your imagination, and well, not always just going with it, but using that information to create your reality in the way that you would find most beneficial for me. Like if I feel like the picture in my mind's eye, even if it's something totally random, like walk to the park now, like that could not, there's no clear evidence that that will bring me something positive, but in my mind's eye, when I feel into it, it feels very aligned. Like it feels like, wow, that's magical. Like it feels like, wow, that's gonna bring me something new and something that changes my life. You know, but just going to the park, then it's like, oh, I would follow that or be curious, like I wonder why, and then something might happen at the park. You might see a sign or open your eyes to some new kind of interaction, or something might come across your path that, yeah, like a, you know, like a book might fly out of a fly out of a tree and land on your path. Listen and follow the imagination's images, the synchronicities. So yeah, it's like this little breadcrumb trail that is given through the divine. And yeah, honestly, I don't even know if I can pull another card. I feel like, is there anything else that I can bring forwards in this reading? Is there anything? Because yeah, I feel like that, yeah, is the energy that's come up lately. And yeah, I mean, I have just been getting more rest and just allowing things to flow, and like catching myself when I'm about to fall into like an old pattern, and like, you know, slightly adjusting my behavior from like what it was. And like, you know, 444 could be significant to you. You might be seeing that as a sign. And yeah, just slightly adjusting my behavior from what it was that I don't fall into this old routine. Like, I'm catching myself when I'm about to, and not like being scolding of that, but kind of just being like, oh, okay, not today, brother, not today. Okay, and so we have the Queen of Wands coming out. So yeah, she is a very, well, I'm just hearing like nourishing the self and like, yeah, looking to what is bringing you more joy, or like what is like bringing you that satisfaction, or yeah, what is bringing you that passion and tranquility and release. Because yeah, there's also a cat on here, and she is sat on a throne of lions, and cats are transmuters of energy. They can see beyond the veil into the spirit. And lions rest most of the day, but in their waking life, they're all about making powerful like actions, like, and I feel like when cats are resting and sleeping, they're transmuting and like they're doing stuff in their sleep. So you might be doing this in your sleep, you might be transmuting things at the moment when you're asleep, but I don't know if that's the message. But yeah, well, I feel like I do this in my sleep when I go on adventures and things, and I feel like, yeah, resting is just so like important at this time. And yeah, it looking on the bright side, turning towards what is life-giving in your imagination or otherwise. And here I'm gonna like pull a Rumi Oracle card. And also the other thing is like, I don't know why, but like sometimes I feel like scared to be too positive, and then other times I'm scared to like be too negative. And then I think in my head that actually like there's a necessary balance for both of those, and there's also a time for resting and there's a time for movement. And then you're finding like a balance and like a middle way, and like what actions are actually aligned to you versus, yeah, like what, ooh, wow, that's pretty cool. What is like kind of taking away and giving back to like an old version of what you were, going back, making you go back. But isn't it so beautiful? And I feel like you can also get messages like from these cards and like from the artworks and like what they show you, like what you think. Like, do you get any messages from this? This is, yeah, it's such a beautiful fuck off card. Like, it's so gorgeous, and it has like a very divine feminine feeling to it because it's just the pink, and yeah, like it's just got this flowingness. And in the ocean, sometimes I do like for like I don't know, like this steely kind of water to like the divine masculine. But I mean, yeah, it sort of feels like transmuting the darkness into like softness and light, which is a song that I'm hoping to learn. 16, card number 16. Okay, so it says, from nothing to everything. Oh my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Wow, what did I say about blankness? Wow, that's so cool. Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Which is what I feel like what happened like when we were standing upon that mountaintop. Like and looking out and like feeling like that despair, but it's like, actually no, you're being like cleaned out and opened up and for something more. Like, gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside. Even if you are fear, you are releasing too much. And then, perhaps, you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage. Like a gardener for the soul, shall the garden spring back to life? Or will the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul has made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. Oh, we're on page 77. Oh, and I looked up and it said triple ones. So these numbers could be significant. You could be seeing ones and sevens. There is a greater story to be impressed upon your essence than the one you're currently dreaming up. Though you are brilliant, no doubt about it, my angel of love, there is one who is even more so. The imagination of this great writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from that cosmic poet in every moment are so rich they inspire the creation of art and music. Wow, what were we talking about? Divine inspiration. One such story is especially created for you. Yes, you. With a starring role and the best supporting cast. You shall gasp in wonder, awe, glee, and delight when you hear it. It's as a great romance, a great adventure, with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Wow, I'm seeing so many twos. Triple twos, quadruple twos. It is a great romance. Oh yes, with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Would you wish to hear it? Become attentive now. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as they may seem, right now, and prepare to be entranced by the greater storyteller, the living poet of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your own unfolding divine destiny. Oh yeah, so you are letting go, and oh my god, there's like so much more to read. Maybe another time. The human experience of this paradox is that you may feel you are giving up hope, that your fantasy is dying. It may be very painful and bring you much grief, but all that is dying is your attachment and opinion about how it must be. This needs to happen so you can stop dreaming and start living. Living it. This is happening for you now. Do not fear any part of your process. Embrace it without expectation, with trust in your heart that the divine is simply guiding you from fantasy into fulfillment. And then there's a sacred honoring ritual, which maybe I'll like take a photo of this and like post it as like a post or something if you want to like engage in that. Anyway, so yeah, that was the reading today, and I really hope that something from this resonated with you. And yeah, the sky is now clearing up. Where I'm at is like turning blue. Blue skies. So yeah, dream away, my friend, and yes, take care and get some rest. And yeah, so lovely to see you and speak to you, talk to you again soon. And yes, I hope you have a great day. Bye. Thank you. yes, thank you for watching and thank you for being here. From my heart to yours, I'm sending a rainbow and much love. And oh yeah, I'm hoping to maybe start doing some like healing services or like channeling services. If you made it this far, then yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in that. I can also open Akashic Records and do like energy work, and yeah, I can do personal channeled sessions. So let me know what you're interested in and if that appeals to you, and maybe we can set something up. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Much love. Mwah. Peace.